Lumix actually makes some pretty great kit lenses, and in this video we're going to compare the 18-40 to the 20-60 kit lens. I do want to say thank you to B&H for loaning me the 18-40 and the Lumix S9 to make some videos. They sent me this to test out, and I've been having a blast with this camera, and I'm excited to share some of my thoughts about it with you. So whenever you look at these lenses side by side, the first thing that you'll notice is the 18-40 is so much smaller and lighter than the 20-60. But to use the 18-40, before it'll even start being recognized on your camera, it'll actually tell you, please extend the lens. You have to extend it at 18 millimeters. This is what it's going to look like. And then if you go to 40, it'll look pretty much the exact same. But just know that it's only going to be this tiny whenever you have the camera stored. The 20-60, whenever you use it at 20 millimeters, is this size. Then if you extend it to 60, it will extend. So this one is definitely considerably larger either way, whether you have it collapsed or extended. But just know that if you want to leave it collapsed, it'll always be ready to go for you at 20 millimeters. Both of these lenses have about the same build quality. They also both have an autofocus manual focus switch on them. But if you look at them side by side, you'll also notice the 20-60 has a larger zoom ring and a larger focus ring than the 18-40. So I found the 18-40's manual focus ring to be pretty challenging to use. Both of these lenses are also variable aperture lenses, which can be a very frustrating thing to deal with. The 20-60 is a 3.5 to 5.6, and the 18-40 is a 4.5 to 6.3. What this means is as you continue to extend the lens, the aperture is actually going to change on this, and your photos or videos are going to get darker by several stops on both of these lenses. So I found both of these can be really annoying to use if you're going to be zooming in and out a lot because your aperture is going to change. The best hack for this with the Lumix cameras is to change your aperture to the highest value, and then as you zoom in and out, the aperture is not going to change on it. The main issue with the 18-40 is it's going to be quite a bit darker of a lens than the 20-60. So this one's really a lot better for use outdoors as a walk around lens. The 20-60, you can still get some decent results indoors at 3.5 on the wide end. And as you continue to zoom in, 5.6 is higher and going to darken it quite a bit, but not quite as bad as the 6.3 of this lens is. Also with the 20-60, I do appreciate the extra reach that 60 millimeters gives you over 40 millimeters, more than I appreciate the extra width that 18 millimeters gives you over 20 millimeters. The 18 millimeter is nice as a vlogging focal length, but it's really pretty close to 20 millimeters whenever I tested these side by side. As far as image quality goes, I found these to be pretty much identical when you test them out side by side. I couldn't tell that the 18-40 looked any sharper than the 20-60. I've been testing both of these out for photo and video, and I like using both of them. They're both really fun and inspiring lenses to use, but it is pretty frustrating with how high you have to jack up the ISO to use these indoors. Even in a lit environment like this, you're going to have to run your ISO higher than if you're using a lens that's at 2.8 or one of the 1.8 S prime lenses as well. The price on these is also pretty high for what they are. I would really only recommend getting these in a kit with the camera, which with the S9 you can actually choose whether you're going to get the 18-40 or the 20-60, but the 18-40 kit typically runs a little bit more. I believe the 20-60 runs for about $600 if it's not on sale. The 18-40 runs for $500 if it's not on sale. And there's also way more 20-60s on the used market, so you can pick this one up pretty cheap used compared to what the 18-40 is still running for used. So if you're trying to decide which of these lenses to buy, I think it actually is a pretty simple choice. If you really just want the lightest, most compact lens, get the 18-40 because this one's going to look really great on the Lumix S9. It balances really well on the S9 as well, and it's not going to take up a ton of space whenever you're on the go. Like, just look at that, and then let's put the 20-60 on and compare that. Just a way smaller footprint than this setup is. So if you want the most compact lens possible, I would get the 18-40 because this one is smaller and more lightweight, balances really well on the S9. But if you want a lens that has a little bit more reach and that's also gonna give you better results inside and without having quite as crazy of a variable aperture, then the 20-60 is gonna be a better option for most people in my opinion. The only drawback to this one is it's gonna take up more space in your camera bag and it's gonna be a little bit bigger on your camera, but I think the extra reach and the better aperture is gonna be worth buying the 20-60 over the 18-40. If you're interested in buying either of these lenses, I do have links to buy in the description below. If you have any other questions about these lenses, leave a comment down below. I'd love to answer them. Like this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming content.